Is this man my husband? And y'all, let me explain because it took me a long time to actually explain what I felt, but it felt like an envelope had opened inside of me and I saw what it was, and it was him. Now, for the sake of the story, we're going to call this man Brandon Moore. It's important that he has a last name. We're going to call him Brandon Moore. So I'm like, no, no. I was like, wait, is this man my husband? Logically, it did not make sense because I don't know who this man is, you know? But I feel like I identified him in my spirit, like he was my husband. So I said, Lord, this is silly. I said, Lord, this is silly. How can I go on Instagram and see a man and just automatically think he's my husband? Lord, please confirm this word to me. I'm just like, Lord, just let me know. I'm looking at his page, but I'm like, oh, I know what I felt in my spirit, but it's not making sense. Y'all, I don't know this man. I don't know him. I don't know him. But I was feeling it in my spirit that this man is my husband. Like I saw him. So I have prayer that night. And as I'm praying, I said, Lord, I know this is silly, but reveal to me if this man is my husband. Because it doesn't make sense. I said, Lord, I know this is silly. It doesn't make sense for me to see a man on Instagram and think he's my husband. Lord, just confirm it to me. Okay. So that was what happened on the 13th. June 14, I am looking into fall 2018 classes. I register. I say, yeah, these are the classes I'm looking at. Okay. I'm looking at these classes. So, because I know I'm going to get an A. And I'm still waiting to hear back from this whole financial aid appeal situation. Same time, I'm going ahead with the name change process. Now, the name change process was a long process. It was like 19 steps. But I said, I'm not doing anything. I'm home for the summer. Whatever they want me to do, I'm gonna do. Whatever the process is, I'm gonna do it. So at this point, y'all, like I said, this whole branding guy, I know what I felt that day in my room, that night in my room. So I said, let me do research on him. So I do research. I go on his Facebook and I see a girl on his profile background picture. Now, for the sake of the story, we're going to call this girl Stephanie, right? I see the picture, I click on the picture, and I look at the comments. The comments say, "Hey, cute couple, you guys should get married." Blah 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 blah. Now, here's the thing with the picture. The picture was dated February 2016. So I'm telling to myself, okay, this was his girlfriend because everybody's saying that they look like a cute couple. But are they still together? This picture's from 2016. At that time, it was 2018. Are they still together? If they are still together, this man is not my husband. That's what I tell myself. I'm like, he's not my husband if they're still together. I respect relationships, okay? I'm not messing with that. So I just keep doing research on Brandon, to find whatever I can find on him. Like, because, I have my first dream the week of June 20th. Now, for the sake of the story, we're going to call this dream the boat dream. Now, in the dream, I was on this big white yacht, right? I was on this big white yacht. I was standing on the yacht. I look down into the ocean and I see this small wooden boat. It's very small. It's kind of similar to the boat that was in what was this movie? What was that movie? What was that Sandra Bullock movie? I forgot the Sandra Bullock movie with the kids. I forgot that movie that they were on a small boat trying to get to the other side. Anyways, it was a small wooden boat. And in the boat, it was Brandon and Stephanie. They were booed up. They were like hugging each other. But there were two men at each corners of the boat. So apparently their boat was malfunctioned. Something bad happened to it. It couldn't move. And these two men at the two ends were trying to fix the boat. Now, as these two men are trying to fix the boat, Brandon is so consumed with hugging and kissing Stephanie. That's all he's doing in the dream. He's just hugging and kissing her, smiling and everything. And he's not even helping the men with the boat. I wake up. I say to myself, hmm, maybe he's still with Stephanie. Lord, is this man my husband? And this is what God tells me. Not yet. I was like, okay. Okay. Lord says not yet. So, okay. So, as June is going by, I get a call from, actually, I get a text from Melissa to see if I'm still about this whole sublease situation. And at this point, I can't get a permanent home for myself because it'll be too much with the whole name change process and me not being in Atlanta. So I tell her, hey, I want to take you up on your offer to stay with you in your apartment. And she's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, hey, can I stay with you up until December? And she was like, yeah, we can do that. And then she tells me that they're actually hiring a position at her job. They're looking for people. They're looking for graduates. And if you want to apply, let me know. I will tell my boss to tell the person who's hiring. And so Melissa was very, very helpful, with what I had going on. So the end of June, y'all, God reveals to me this man called Brandon Moore is my husband. Very, very interesting. And I'm doing a whole name change process. I've already registered for fall 2018 classes, and I'm, still keeping tabs on the whole financial aid appeal. And now I've decided that I'm going to stay with Melissa for fall 2018. So yeah, I'm just a lot was going on in June 2018. I was just like, wait, this is weird. This whole husband thing is weird. But one thing I thought to myself was, now I know why I'm in Atlanta. Y'all, all the other schools that I applied to, they rejected me. Georgia State was the only one who accepted me. So I was like, oh, God brought me to Atlanta because my husband is here. Now, here's another thing I thought to myself. Why is God revealing my husband to me right now? It didn't make sense. It just felt so random. It felt so random. And at the same time, too, I'm thinking to myself, am I making this up? But God told me that, when I asked God if he's my husband, he said, not yet. But y'all, this thing is just weird to me. It's weird and random. But I know what I felt in my spirit when I saw him the night of June 13 on Instagram. I knew what I felt. Everything just feels weird and random. So, y'all, next episode, I'm going to talk about the month of July. I'm going to talk about Brandon. I'm going to talk about the whole name change process, everything else that I was going through. So, thank you guys for tuning in to an unlikely story. Please share the story, share my video, like, subscribe, and yeah, until next time.